first of all, I don't think any of our Zen masters would ask any of our students to jump out of an airplane, because that does not seem like taking very good care of our people. But I do want to come to the point that you're making, Glauco, about pushing yourself to the point of exhaustion and exertion. I think one of the reasons that the martial arts have been held up in our tradition is because, number one, because of the history of our tradition. I mean, I think we all know that the Buddha himself did not study martial arts, did not train in martial arts. That didn't come for much later, right? And it came through a context in a country that, you know, used the times and the conditions and what was available. But one of the reasons it continues to be used is because it's so efficient, right? So one of the things in my limited experience of Hojo and Kendo and Tai Chi is you unlearn these habits in your body, right? And so if you can, in another activity, push yourself to that point of exhaustion, where all the normal ways that you would cope with something fall away, I think you're bumping up against the same kind of pressure that the martial arts contributes. You know, another thing that occurs to me is that we've had Zen masters in our dojo who, through great suffering, have achieved breakthroughs. So I think what we're going for is the pushing up against our ego, our habits, our patterns, and finding a different way. The martial arts happen to be a very efficient way to do that. And I don't think that we have found something more efficient than that. And so this is an open question. But I would trust number one, I would trust your experience. So if you say, like, you know, something changes in me when I push through that exhaustion, and the breathing, right? The long breathing that you do in your swimming, that adds up to me too, right? Like if you're doing that long breathing, but also don't kid yourself, right? Don't kid yourself that my long swims are my Zen training. You will know in yourself. You now can compare it to Zazen, right? You can compare it to the feeling you get when you're training with all of us. So trust yourself, but don't kid yourself either.